Conor Benn has officially kicked off his training camp as he prepares for his highly anticipated rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. Meanwhile, Eubank Jr.'s camp is putting heavy focus on discipline, improving footwork and tightening up defense. His coaches are stressing patience and smart counterattacks, confident that controlled aggression and perfect timing will allow him to take charge of the fight and outbox Conor Benn. Joe Cordina also shared his thoughts, saying he's confident that Conor Benn will bounce back stronger and get his revenge against Chris Eubank Jr. in their upcoming rematch.
So I know what that's like for Conor, and I know he'll come back and he'll give it everything, and I'm sure he'll get the win.
Meanwhile, Ronnie Davies opened up about the challenges Eubank faced in his last fight, admitting that a few things didn't go as planned. However, he promised that this time, every detail has been corrected and Eubank will be fully prepared. Davies believes fans will see a sharper, more focused Eubank who has the potential to stop Benn. Still, he showed respect for Benn's relentless drive, explosive power and fearless fighting spirit, acknowledging that Benn always comes to give his all in the ring.
This time, what I know, there's a few issues last time, which I can't talk about, is it? But this time, Z, when we talk to Z, sorry mate. This time they'll do it right, and you'll see a different Eubank, and I think he'll finally make an easier job. But then again, you don't know with Ben. He's very determined young kid, very fit, very powerful, and he's young. And he'll fight his heart out. So I'm expecting a good fight. I still think Eubanks will be stopping.
However, Conor Benn's training camp has centered on boosting his explosive power, stamina, and endurance through tough cardio workouts, heavy bag routines, and precise jab drills. His coaches are also working on sharpening his ring IQ, timing, and pressure management to ensure he can keep a high pace while staying calm and in control from start to finish. They believe Benn's composure and experience fighting at higher weights will allow him to control distance, take advantage of openings, and approach the fight with patience and accuracy. The plan is to combine aggression with smart tactics, enabling Benn to both outwork and outthink Chris Eubank Jr. in their rematch. Furthermore, Johnny Nelson stated that while Chris Eubank Jr. will give his all in the rematch, his last performance didn't show significant progress or improvement, even considering the weight challenges. He added that if Eubank had the power to stop Conor Benn, he would have done it already, but Benn's toughness and growth make him the favorite going into this fight.
Himself every possible chance that's going, but in reality, you know, personally, I just think the last performance of Chris, I thought you've got nothing left. You've got nothing. There's no more improvement on what I'm seeing there. And I know there was a weight issue and all the build up to it. I thought there's no more improvement there.
Does that mean you think do you think Conor Benn will be better in the second fight?
Yes.
Does that mean that you think that by him being better and there's no more left from Chris Eubank, that Conor Benn's able to bridge the gap,
yes,
get an outcome in his second fight?
Without a doubt.
You do?
He couldn't have done any more. If he could have knocked out Conor in that fight, he would have done.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get rid of him. And Conor stuck it. So regardless of him being surprised that Conor stuck it out a lot more.
Carl Froch advised Benn to remain calm, make use of feints, and time his jabs carefully, stressing that patience and precise timing are just as crucial as power when it comes to landing clean, effective punches.
Yeah. Just on the outside, just the movement, just steady
down. That's boring though, Carl.
No, on the outside, man, you don't want to be chucking energy away and burning down the bar. Think of it.
It's boring.
It's not boring, because then you get in range and make it exciting. I'm talking about technically on the outside, and I'm not telling Tony Sims how to do his job, but just calm me down a little bit on the outside. Little feints, little jabs, little movements, just little shows. Have a look at this. Trigger him, and then have a fight with him.
Yeah.
Don't burn anything. Waste 12 rounds, man. He's tough. One thing about him he's inherited from his dad is a toughness.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a massive bang on me. I've done a lot of sparring with Chris Eubank.
Froch also addressed Eubank's complaints about fines, saying his concerns were understandable but shouldn't take attention away from the fight, reminding both fighters to stay professional and fully focused in the ring.
Being sort of annoyed
with Eddie Hearn and the British Boxing Board of Control, because he's been fined quite a lot.
Yeah.
Got fined for not making the weight. I know he's supposed to make the weight. I think it was £500,000. But the Board of Control do a fantastic job, and they're there for the safety of the fighters. And I personally know Robert Smith, and he does a great job. So for him to slag off Robert Smith, I think that's a mistake, and one that he'll probably regret. I ain't got a problem with him calling out Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn should sit there and keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be speaking. And I know he tried to say, I was going to say something about Ricky Hatton, but that, in terms of that press conference and in that setting, it's irrelevant because they're talking about the fight. They're there to promote the Eubank Ben.
Eddie Hearn praised both fighters for putting on an exciting first match and officially confirmed their rematch for November 15th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He also warned against another overly brutal fight, emphasizing the need for careful training, proper recovery, and safety measures to protect Ben's long-term health.
You know, despite our differences, I have to give Junior respect because he went to some deep places that night. Both of them did. And they're choosing to run it back and go to the same places where they will definitely be going in this fight. So, you know, the first fight date, which was September 20th, didn't get off the ground because, you know, Eubank physically said he wasn't ready for that fight. So we're here now, November 15th, back at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Liam Smith predicted that Conor Benn will come into the rematch with increased aggression, pointing out noticeable signs of aging in Chris Eubank Jr. and suggesting that their first fight may have taken a lot out of him. He added that Ben's youth, stamina, and rising confidence give him a clear advantage.
Regardless of the weight, I think I bring Conor into the fight more next time regardless. I think Chris is getting older and starting to look older, and I think that fight won't have done him any favours. I think that'll have put even more miles on the clock with Chris. Seeing Chris training with knee braces on, elbow braces, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll give Conor a real chance next time.
Peter Fury described the rematch as a balanced 50-50 fight and advised Ben to focus on his skills, movement, and intelligent boxing instead of applying reckless pressure.
No, I think Ben can do more, and he's going to learn from it, the first one. So, and Eubank looked drained at that weight. I'm surprised he's gone in again for the same weight, same rules, because you could see he looked like he was struggling to get to that weight, and it showed in there at times. So I think it's a 50-50. You know, Ben's in with a better chance this time than the first time.
Ben said he's going to box more in the second fight. Is that the game plan you would deploy, or?
Yeah, you've got to box. Look, it's called boxing for a reason. You know, you've got to box. When you're looking for big shots and take somebody's head off, somebody will pick you apart. You know, this is skill set in there. This level is you got to box.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Boxing Glory and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Be sure to check out our other videos as well. Until next time, take care and peace.